This one's a good one. It says, I want to ask Cole.
Okay.
How do men know that this is the woman they want to marry? And I just want to constantly put myself in situations where I have room to grow. Yeah, a lot of our past vacations have been paid for either by like fully points or like partial points. Friends, welcome back. It's Jillz and I am going to Miami tomorrow and I am super excited. Cole and I are going to Miami together, just the two of us, for like a long weekend trip. So it's Wednesday today. We're going like from Thursday to Sunday. So just a small little trip, but I think it'll be exactly what we need. Life has been a little bit stressful lately, so I am excited to just kind of like decompress and sit by the pool and like eat tacos. Now I took a little poll on my Instagram stories a few weeks ago and asked if you guys wanted me to vlog this trip, and it was like 99% of you said yes. So I am attempting to vlog this trip. I hope that it's interesting. I've never actually stayed in Miami before. I have been there for like an hour. I had lunch there once, but that's it. So I'm excited to go. I'm excited to explore a little bit. However, this isn't going to be one of those like crazy party Miami trips at all. We are staying in a quieter area. This is going to be more like lay by the pool, get extra sleep, that kind of trip. But I am excited though. I am really looking forward to it. I'm just starting to pack right now. I have like some bathing suits up there and dresses. I think I underestimated myself. I thought I could for sure just do one carry-on bag, one carry-on small suitcase. But now that I'm looking at everything, I don't think that is possible. But for these long weekend trips, I hate bringing like a ton of stuff. I like to bring as little as possible. I just feel like it overwhelms me. So I'm gonna try to keep it light, but we'll see how that goes. Oh, and also this trip isn't just like totally random. Cole told me when I started YouTube that if/when I reached 100,000 subscribers, he would take me on a long weekend trip. So that is what this is. This is kind of celebrating that, even though that was probably like 2 or 3 months ago now. Doesn't matter. And also just de-stressing and spending time together because things have been stressful and Nicole has kind of been in the middle of like this transition with work. It's just kind of been a lot and we're just kind of tired. So needless to say, I'm looking forward to this. So when I'm in Miami, I'll show you like the outfits that I wear and things like that. But I do want to show you some dresses that I'm bringing. Like I said, we're only there for like a long weekend. So I'm really only bringing like 3 or 4 dresses. But let me just show you some of the ones I'm bringing. Okay, so I'm bringing like all long dresses. So first, I'm going to bring this one. I already showed you guys this in a video. This is the one from After the Label. It was in like my spring dress haul video. This is like the fanciest one I'm bringing, but I just think like the colors and the floral pattern is so good for like Miami. I'm gonna bring that one, and then this is an old one. Well, not old, but it's like maybe 6 months old or something, from L Space. This is the only one that's like black, but I just like the way that this looks on. It has like some cutouts in the front here. You can't see it, but I'll show you in Miami if I wear it. This is kind of like my backup dress. And I also have this other one from L Space that I got recently as well. And it's also another long one. This isn't just like a long flowy one, but it's just really cute on and it has a really low back. And I just love the color of this dress. I think it looks really good. I think it looks really good with like my skin tone. And then last but not least, I also picked up this dress from Anthropologie recently and I really, really like it. I'm excited to wear this dress. I think the blue and white color is really pretty. I love the pattern on this dress. I love the way that it fits. So I'm excited to wear this and I'm excited to show you this in Miami. So anyways, I'm going to finish packing, get my stuff together. I need to do my nails. I need to put on my nails. For like the past maybe almost a year, have been using Olive & June press-on nails. So if you've seen my videos in like the past year, they've all been press-on nails and they actually look really good in person and they're really easy. This isn't sponsored by them. I just really, really like them. So I need to put those on. And then I need to wash my hair tonight as well so that it's nice and fresh. But anyways, I will see you tomorrow. so we don't have great lighting in here, but I am just getting ready for dinner. I just did my makeup and now I'm going to very quickly curl my hair. I just brought my curling iron on this trip. I didn't bring like my Dyson or anything. I feel like my curls last longer with the actual curling iron as opposed to the Dyson. So I kind of like bringing that for trips. And then I do the Dyson more at home.
Alright.
Yeah.
What do you think? Should I just commit to... Are you recording?
Mm-hmm.
Big boy pants? If you're gonna laugh that hard, then you should probably just put pants on, huh?
Yeah, no, that doesn't look good.
Cool. Pants it is. Great. This is not okay. I do not have fashions.
Yeah, I know.
Somebody give me fashion.
We need to take you shopping.
How do I look good? Where are my pants? Pantalones. Mis pantalones mejor que sus pantalones. Muy guapo.
Also, can you take some Instagram pictures for me before we go?
Chubby. Wait, you asked me to do a thing and I said yes, but I didn't actually hear what you said.
I asked if you could take some pictures of me before we
yeah,
go.
sure. Hey, when you're done, I'll take some pictures of you if you want.
Okay, that sounds good.
Alright, love you, man.
Okay, now that Cole's gone, so we got here around noon. We had lunch while we were waiting for our room to get ready, and then they got it ready for us really quickly, so that was nice. And they also upgraded us to a suite, so that was nice. So far it's been pretty good. And then we took kind of like a little 30-minute nap because we barely got any sleep last night. And then we went for a nice little walk by the beach for a long walk. It wasn't that long, but we were tired, so it felt long. It was nice and hot out. And then we came back, showered, and then now I'm just getting ready for dinner. So we're gonna go to the Bal Harbour shops. So we're staying at the Ritz-Carlton Bal Harbour. We didn't want to be in like the South Beach area just because we wanted like more quiet, you know, that kind of vibe. So I just kind of want to check out the shops because it's like all these like high-end luxury shops. And then this is like the one night where we don't like have a dinner reservation. So we're just gonna like hopefully find some things to eat there because there's some cute looking restaurants there. So hopefully we can get in. So that is our plan for the rest of the day, and then probably go to bed early because like I said, we did not get enough sleep last night. I think we got like 4 hours probably. We both have this thing where before trips, if we have to wake up really early for like to catch a plane, we can't sleep. I don't know why. We need to change that. But so that was kind of us last night. We couldn't fall asleep till like 12:30. We had to wake up at 4:30. Needless to say, I'm going to probably sleep like 11 hours tonight. But like I said, we are staying at the Ritz-Carlton. We stayed at the Ritz-Carlton Grand Cayman on our trip to Grand Cayman in January, and it was phenomenal. I loved that trip. It was like amazing. I will definitely be going back. But we stay at mostly like Marriott hotels, which Ritz-Carlton is a Marriott hotel, because of our credit card points. So this trip and our flights were basically like 90% paid for with points. And then our trip to Grand Cayman, the entire hotel was paid for by points. We did pay for the flights, but like don't sleep on those credit card points. I know some people are like anti-credit cards because, you know, you can really mess up your finances if you think that credit cards are just free money, but it is such a great way to get like some special perks, whether it's like travel perks or flight perks, or even if you just want to do like cash back. Like on my business credit card, I have a cashback Amex, and I just make like few extra dollars here and there, and that's nice. But yeah, a lot of our past vacations have been paid for either by like fully points or like partial points. Not all of them, because we don't always go to a Marriott property, but we kind of try to, just for that reason. The Marriott hotels that we really like are, I mean, Cole and I are both a little bougie. We like high-end hotels. We would rather spend less money on trips in general, but have those trips be more luxurious. So we like Ritz-Carlton and like St. Regis. Those are both Marriott. And then JW Marriott is pretty good as well. I'm like not as much an Airbnb girl. I like it when you're having one of those trips that's like a purely adventurous sort of trip. But when you really want to like relax and decompress, I like hotels, and I like nice luxury hotels. I'm not gonna lie. I like my comforts. And it's it's good because Cole is the exact same way. I'm just happy we're on this trip. I already miss the dogs. They're totally fine. They're with an amazing dog sitter, but I think it's good every now and then to just kind of get out of your element and be in a new environment and decompress for a little bit. I feel like it's a lot easier when you're put in a totally new environment and you don't have like all of your house stuff to do, right? Like you're not cleaning the dishes or like doing other household chores or thinking about all the things that you need to do. I just feel like when you're in a different environment, it can help you so much. There we go. Okay, now I just need to put on some jewelry. Okay, so I'm just doing really simple jewelry tonight. I'm just doing these small little gold hoops from Gorjana. I think it's Gorjana. I don't even know how to say it, but I get a lot of jewelry from there. I'm just gonna do this simple gold necklace. It's old from Uncommon James. I don't know if I like it. I kind of like it without the necklace. I'm just gonna do really, really simple. I really love my dress. I will show you the full outfit before we go. Okay, I'm taking this off. I also have this cute little pink purse. I think it'll kind of go. This is the only purse that I brought, so if this doesn't match, then I'm just not gonna bring a purse out. This is the outfit. You can see the color a lot better too. It's very cute, very beautiful.
Mysterious hallways. Ooh. Wait, we're going the wrong way. I think it's the wrong way. Okay.
This is pool bar way.
No, it's that way. Wait, no, is it this way? We knew exactly where we were going the entire time.
I'm so confused.
No, I think you go straight ahead. Hey, who's that sexy lady? Pretty damn good, baby.
Really good walk.
Scared the crap out of me.
So we just got back from the pool and we want to go for a short little walk along the little like beach path that they have. So I am going to change into some workout clothes and go for a little walk. I'm not going to bring the camera because it's just not the vibe, you know? I'm not going to bring my phone or anything. So then we're going to go to dinner later, and if we have time, which I'm hoping we will, if we're ready in time, then I'm going to do a little sit down with Cole and kind of answer some questions. Okay, I just took a shower. I'm just going to let my hair air dry, but I wanted to show you guys this dress. It is probably my favorite. It is so beautiful. I love the print on it. It's from Anthropology. I got it like last week. Okay, Cole, you ready to do some questions? So we don't know where we're going for dinner. I just definitely gonna go out somewhere because I can't waste this dress opportunity. So we're gonna answer some questions or talk about some things that people have kind of suggested. Oh, this is a
I keep thinking that this is just live and I'm so uncomfortable.
Yeah, no, it's
But
not.
it's not live.
It's not live. This one's a good one. It says, I want to ask Cole,
Okay.
how do men know that this is the woman they want to marry?
How do you know if it's the woman you want to marry? Well, I think a lot of people really struggle with that. But for me, I feel like I was always very like super forward thinking. So I would say, you know, do I picture myself spending the rest of my life with this person? And if the answer was no, then I would stop things. Yeah, even when I mean, we met young, you know, but I thought about that question even when I was like a kid, you know, like in high school and stuff like that. And I wouldn't even just date people for fun because I don't know, I've always been a long haul kind of person.
He's very much a family oriented.
I'm just very committed and loyal and all those kind of things. So if I didn't see, you know, what I thought was like a long-term path forward, then I didn't just goof around and have fun.
But how do men know that this is the woman?
I think if you just like laugh and have fun with the person and feel supported by the person and all those kind of things, like, I don't know, it's just like a feeling in the pit of your stomach.
Definitely. I think it's definitely like a gut instinct kind of thing.
Yeah.
I think it's that more than anything.
I'm very much a gut instinct kind of person.
Yeah.
For better or for worse.
Yeah. No, you definitely are.
I go with the gut. That's why I like food so much.
But I think it's also very important, like for men knowing who they want to marry. I think that specifically they're looking for a partner who can like be supportive in their life, like throughout their life, in their many phases of their life. Just like women are looking for a partner that can be supportive. But I think that like men specifically are looking for that supportive partner who can like
a ride or die.
Yeah, and
kind
someone
of person.
It's like relationships can either like greatly improve your life or make your life terrible. I mean, for both men and women, but especially for men, I think they're looking for a woman who will like
help them get to the heights that they want to get to.
Yeah, exactly.
Support them along the way. I mean, not everybody. A lot of people just want somebody to laugh and have fun and goof off and whatever. But like, I think, I totally agree. Actually, at the end of the day, like,
it's not just about like laughter and having fun. It's also like having similar values and being able to accomplish the things that you want.
I think if you're an ambitious man, you're never where you want to be. You always have more to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You always have more road to travel, and you want somebody who is along for the ride and not slowing it down, and not stopping you at every turn. At the end of the day, all these questions are, it depends. Like, it depends on if this person's super ambitious and
everything
wants to.
Nuanced.
Yeah, that's me. Those are the things for me. Jillz has always been super supportive and just fun and loving no matter what. And she is a ride or die, just like me. So I am loyal to the core, and so is Jillz.
Yeah.
So I think it's core values aligning, and I think at the end of the day, if you don't have like aligned core values, there is no path forward, or there shouldn't be.
This one's an easy one for us. Do you think open marriage can work?
No.
No, definitely not for us.
No.
Maybe for some other people, but that's a hard no. Hard no for us. What do you both think of women making the first move or confessing their feelings?
I don't think there's anything wrong with that at all.
The best way to put it is that it is okay for, I think it's okay for a woman or the feminine to like put her feelings out there and to like initiate that sort of conversation and things like that.
Yeah.
But sometimes what women will do, especially if they really want a relationship, is they'll like push and they'll push and push and they'll be like, so are you gonna take me out on a date, or you gonna do this, and then keep texting them or whatever. I think as a feminine woman, it's just like,
if you're a feminine woman looking for a masculine man, if you have to be persistent, then
not the right.
He's not a masculine man, or he doesn't want it.
He's not interested.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But you can give him the opportunity to initiate and kind of let him know that it is okay for him to initiate. Because I think that's the problem. Is
throw out the wink or the hair flip or the whatever women do.
Or say hello, or you can tell him your feelings, but then leave it at that and see where he goes from there.
I don't think initiating is undermining the masculine. I think it's just throwing out a hint.
Yeah, and it's all in the way you do things.
It's the difference between persistent, like the man, I think if you're talking about masculine versus feminine specifically, like I keep having to go back to that point, but if you're looking for a masculine guy, like he needs to be able to, if you're throwing
Step
out the bait, he needs to feel like be able to see it, react and respond, like and go for it. And if he's not going for it, there's one of two reasons, and neither of which you want to keep pursuing.
So we've had a few questions about kids and like what's our plan with that. And I feel like it's a good idea to just be open about it. I feel like so many people pull back. I don't know. We don't care about that. So we do
that's a pretty
want
boat.
Kids. That is really pretty boat. We do want kids, however.
It's the same boat.
We've never wanted kids like early on.
Well, I did.
You did until you realized you didn't.
And then I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So
I didn't, and then I did, and then I didn't again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was always pretty like consistent with what I wanted. But it's more so about like we won't have that much support.
We don't live with family. We don't no family around us.
We won't have any help from family. We won't have any help really from anyone. And I believe that women and families need to be like really supported during that time in their life.
Takes a village kind of thing?
Yeah, I think it takes a village. And so we want to make sure.
There's so much work.
Yeah, no, we have, now that we're older, our friends have kids, and we know how much work it entails, and we're just trying to be responsible about it.
And we both are really ambitious. Jillz wants to grow her business, and I want to create something big, and we both want to be very successful. We both want to push the needle on that end. And it's so much time if you're not already at a point where you can pay to get rid, to take some of that time off your plate. I don't think there's anything wrong with it when, you've got a 2-month-old baby that you need extra help doing the laundry and cooking the food and whatever.
Yeah, so basically we definitely are going to hire some support when that time comes, because I know myself, and I know that if it's just all on me and he's working crazy hours, like I'm just gonna probably be depressed. So.
Yeah, and I'm about to go into a period of time where I'm going to be working crazy hours, really, really hard, building my business.
We were thinking initially about maybe trying like the end of this year, but he's basically going to have like a lot more work on his plate and a lot more responsibility, which is a really good thing. But this is like kind of an important time in his career, and so he won't be able to be like a present father.
Yeah, and we know that. We both are on the same page on that. Like, doesn't mean we can't do kids, but we're going to need extra help. Yeah. I'm going to be present when I'm present.
No, I know.
But I'm not going to be able to be present very often. Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying, in the next year. Yeah, so maybe we're thinking about trying next year, but
she also wants to travel a little bit before we do.
Yeah, I do really want to do like
experience life.
One last European.
Selfish.
I want to do one last like European romantic trip before we have kids, because it's just
one first.
No. Yeah, we have been to Europe once together, but I want to do like a fun one, like Italy, Switzerland, that kind of stuff before we have kids. I feel like once you have kids, you could still go on vacation, but like it's not the same, because at least I know myself, and I'd just be like thinking about them and worrying about them.
We've always talked about not wanting to just bring kids into the world and wing it. Like we want to give them.
Do it very intentionally.
Yeah, not that we want to spoil them, or anything like that, but we just want to have everything set and know that we can give them like the life that we would want for them.
And if we can't do that, then we're not.
Right. Like I want to be able to send them to private school if I need to send them to private school. I want to be able to pay for college. I don't want them to take out student loans. If I don't feel like I'm on that trajectory, which I do feel like we're definitely on the trajectory. It's not like that's a concern,
I think it's
but
more than that.
Yeah, it's a piece of that's another piece. Like we want to make sure that the business is going that way, everything's lined up, that there's savings, that there's so that we can give them the life that we want to give them.
Yeah, and I personally would rather have less kids, but be like supported and not too stressed out. I don't know. That's just, I don't need like a football team of kids. Like I'm fine with two or three. Oh, also I do want to say though, when it comes to like kids and that whole thing, I think there is like this scary like stigma or like, where it's like, once a woman reaches 30, like she's becoming infertile, and I think that that's kind of crazy. Like basically there are like tribal, there are tribal.
We're less healthy
cultures,
these days, that's for sure.
There are tribal cultures that literally have kids in their like 50s and 60s, which is crazy. I don't want to do that.
We're not really comparable to those tribal cultures.
No. But basically, like I believe that a lot of it has to do with health. And I can just kind of like feel myself and like tap into my body, and like I don't feel like I'm going to have a problem with that. I don't know. And if I did, whatever, maybe I'd adopt.
Maybe we could adopt.
Yeah.
Or get horses.
I would also like horses and mini donkeys.
Yeah.
And some cows.
And a cow.
Describe how you two complement each other.
You look good.
I look good. He looks good.
I look good.
Aww. Let's see. He's more like, generally more outgoing and extroverted and social for the most part. And he has more of that, like a little bit more of that fiery energy in him.
Sometimes.
And he's more of like big picture thinker. Like he's good at.
What does this have to do with compliments?
Envisioning thing. Okay.
Oh, how do we compliment each other?
Did you think like compliments?
You look good, baby. You're smart and attractive. That's how. Nailed it.
Okay, so how do we compliment?
Oh, yeah, shit.
Okay, so I was on the right page.
Yeah, like she's the quieter introvert, planner, good at execution, in the long term. I am the more out there, loud, sometimes too loud,
Big picture thinker.
excited. Yeah, she calms me down and I rile her up.
Well, we always said, like, I was always, like, a realist.
Yeah.
Like, too much of a realist, and he was always, like, too much of a dreamer.
Yes.
And so we've balanced each other out.
Yeah.
I've kind of, like, brought him back down.
We meet in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. He's brought me up, so.
When I'm good and energized and feeling good, I'm crazy social. I'm super energetic. I'm the one who wants to exercise 2 to 3 times a day instead of 4 times a week or whatever. So that's we kind of push each other into the she helps me chill out and I help her.
He's like in his zone. He like doesn't sleep much. I sleep a lot.
Yeah, I can operate off 6. She can operate off 11.
9. I've been a little tired lately.
She's been tired lately. That's why she's looking so good. So much beauty
So
sleep.
much beauty sleep.
So much beauty sleep.
I mean, we compliment each other in other ways as well. That's just like the first thing
it's not
I
just
think about.
Hours slept.
We're also
right.
just both, like you kind of mentioned, we're both very loyal. So like we stick
It's
to
not
each
just
other.
complimenting, like it's not just opposite things, but there's a lot of like we have the same core values, as people. Where I think the loyalty is like a unique
really big
thing
one
with
for
us. Like we're both, like bears on that or whatever the analogy is. Like we're loyal to the core.
When did you
they
know
wanted to
he
hear
is
about our engagement, right?
Yeah.
I could tell them about the engagement because I did it.
Really?
Proposed, yeah. I did it. It was me. So yeah, it was kind of a mess too. Do you want to talk about the personal parts of it?
Sure.
Okay. Because we were still kids. We were really young.
We got engaged 6 months after graduating college.
Yeah.
But we had been dating since high school, so we had been together for a while.
And this is it's kind of a funny thing about us because we've always been like, even though back then we didn't really know we didn't really have those core values and things about ourselves defined. Like we were not healthy people, like nutrition wise, or really like we didn't have the mental stuff down either back then. We didn't have anything. We were kids, and still dealing with all the things that kids deal with and young adults and all that. So we didn't have like Jillz wasn't doing feminine energy stuff, and we weren't eating grass-fed beef and like none of that
Veggies,
stuff.
no.
Yeah, no, and I didn't have my mental sorted at all.
Definitely not. That's a story for another day.
So anyways, we didn't have it figured out as kids, but still we were pretty traditional in like, in those kind of conservative and traditional in some of those kind of ways. Like, and I guess this goes to that story. So her mom had cancer, and it was, I think at that point we knew it was going to be.
Well, stage 4 cancer.
Yeah,
so
it was stage
there
4.
Pretty much a timeline, right?
Yeah. We didn't know what it was at the time, but we knew there was a timeline. So we both wanted her mom to be involved. I definitely wanted her mom to be involved.
Ideally, we wanted her at the wedding.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
That didn't happen. Some engagements will be like very surprised. Ours was not a surprise because we had talked about it so much because of the whole like family situation. So it wasn't as much of like a surprise. I knew it was coming.
I specifically wanted her mom to know that we were getting married before anything, before she passed away, and wanted her to know that Jillz had me and was going to be supported and that she was solid, because that was always her mom's biggest thing, was just making sure all of her kids were dialed in and good for life and
I was the
ready
youngest.
for the world and gonna be successful and safe and protected, and Jillz was always the youngest.
Yeah, I'm the youngest and the only girl, so my mom just wanted to make sure that I was like gonna be okay, where my brother's like, my oldest brother's a doctor, my other brother's a lawyer, like my mom already knew they were gonna be just fine.
And Jillz is a YouTuber.
No, well, back then I was in college, so I still like was, I didn't know what my future was at that point.
Yes.
So she didn't either, and
this
is really going off the engagement story.
Yeah, so that's why we did it early. Anyways, and I wanted to ask her parents for permission.
Yeah.
And I went down to her house and asked her parents for permission, and they said yes. Which actually did kind of.
My mom was very happy.
Yeah, her mom was very happy. Very happy.
And she was really happy when we got engaged.
Yeah, she's very happy that I asked too, which was nice. But at the end of the day, we had this little chocolate shop that we loved. It was a truffle shop.
In Laguna Beach.
In downtown Laguna. There's a little alleyway, Pepper Tree Lane?
Pepper Tree Lane.
Pepper Tree Lane. Goofy little alley in downtown Laguna, just off Main Beach. is the only reason we'd ever really go to Main Beach was either for this one sushi spot or Le Rue du Chocolat.
Or gelato.
Sometimes Gelato Paradise. If you ever end up at Laguna Beach, go to Le Rue du Chocolat just to see Pepper Tree Lane too, because it's just a cute little, it's cute.
I mean, it's tiny.
So I went ahead of time and trusted them with a quite expensive engagement ring at the time and asked them to put it in the middle of a little 4-box of chocolates. So 4 chocolates and they had the ring behind the counter. And so when I went in with her and she was picking out chocolates, they're filling the box and then they turn around to put the bow on the box and they put a diamond engagement ring in it. And then
not like in the chocolate, but
not
like in the chocolate box.
Between the 4 chocolates, yeah. So
it wasn't like that engagement where it's like in the food and you're like, what?
So we walk out into the little alley. She opens the box, or I open the box or whatever. And I'm like, you should open it. Or it's been a while. Yeah. And there's a diamond ring in the middle, and I got down on one knee and I proposed.
It was Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Too, as well. Forgot that.
And her sister-in-law, her sister-in-law photographed, and she was so anxious that all the pictures were blurry.
They're so cute though. I like them. It's kind of like in the moment. I'll put a picture
it was really
here.
funny. And Jillz didn't even notice them. They were just standing in the middle of the...
Well, they were hidden.
Yeah.
I didn't notice.
They were not that sneaky. They were just standing there.
Oh, let's talk about... a lot of people wanted me to talk about like health on vacation and like how we normally eat healthy, but how does that work with vacation and healthy habits and all that stuff. And I would say that what I learned is that the stress of trying to eat like perfectly clean ruins the vacation and it just is not healthy for you. And so
we have friends who are super dedicated. They only get Airbnbs so that they can have a kitchen. They only grocery shop and go to Whole Foods and get organic food and grass-fed and wild caught. And that's great and good for them. We're not as good at that. We don't like that.
It's just stressful, and I feel like stress and like just like being happy is like the best thing you can do for your health. And so like if that's just like bringing me down on vacation, then that's not helping. Obviously, if I have like a specific problem or it's like, okay, I cannot eat dairy and because something's gonna happen, then I won't eat it. But
I think it also depends on how healthy you are during your day-to-day. Like if you're dialed every day and you go on a trip and you just like let it, I mean, for vacation for us, it's like let it go, like relax. So we don't dial it in.
He lets it go more than I do. He's more extreme, where when he's like on, he's on, and
waffles on pancakes on waffles on French toast.
When you're healthy, you're just like very strict.
Oh yeah.
Follow your routine. Where then you go on vacation, you just turn off.
When I'm on, I'm a machine. It's like nothing can set me off course. Like I don't, when I don't cheat. When I don't eat this thing, I never eat that thing.
It's just easier for him that way. So when he goes
I'm
on
an
vacation,
all or nothing person.
Yeah. So when he goes on vacation, he tends
same
to
way. All or nothing.
Pick out a little more. But then by the end of the trip, he's like, okay, I'm ready to eat healthy. Or what I tend to do, what I like to do, or what I try to do is I try to eat like pretty clean, not perfect by any means, but I try to eat still pretty clean. And if there's any meals that I know I really want, like I love Belgian waffles. And so like I love those like hotel breakfast Belgian waffles. So like I'll save a Belgian waffle on like the last day or the second to last day. If I eat it every day, I won't feel good. But if I just have it once, then I'll be fine. And I usually progressively get a little bit less healthy over time because I don't want to feel bad on my vacation,
What else? I'm having fun now.
If you had to choose one life purpose, what would it be?
I thought I was going to say one life partner, and I was like,
if you had to choose, what would it be? Live life to the fullest, be kind to others, make money. I think if we like had to pick one, I think it would probably both be like being able to impact others.
Yeah, mine is, I guess, like if you ask me my life purpose, it's to leave something behind that is permanent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't.
As I think as a man, like that's my goal as a man is to leave something behind that outlasts myself.
Wedding planning tips: keep it small.
Try to enjoy it.
Yeah. Try to keep it as small as you can.
Don't stress about the little things.
Because that really significantly brings down the cost. Yep. And try to enjoy it. Like
also, it's for you.
Focus on making the night enjoyable for you. And it's funny because you plan like this wedding for like a whole year, and then it's like 6 hours of time, and that's it. And then it just goes by like that. And also like make sure that you spend time with your husband or your partner, because it's like sometimes you just end up running around doing different things, and then it's like, well, what? We didn't even spend time together. We did. And
I think we had a priority of that. We also had like you know, the time after the ceremony where you go off with your friend, with your
before cocktail
bridal party.
hour,
Yeah.
we had like a private moment where we were all upstairs and we hung out together
Yeah.
first for a little bit. And
all
then,
of our
and then
closest friends,
and the bridal
family.
party joined us.
Yeah.
And then we took like a few more pictures and then we went downstairs. That was
Yeah.
like honestly probably
Those
the best
little
time
things-
of the night.
Yeah, those
right
little
after
things
the ceremony.
are like really, really great. This person, Amber, said, no questions, just super happy I found you on YouTube. Enjoy your trip. You're a nice person. I like you.
Okay, the battery died, but
Favorite sunscreen.
I think we were just saying enjoy it. You don't need to spend that much money. To be honest, like a lot of our wedding is a blur to me.
You guys want to hear a good wedding story? I got a good wedding story.
I don't think they can respond, but yeah, I think they want
Oh,
to
you don't?
hear. Just joking.
Can I tell them the story about my grandma catching fire?
Oh yeah, this is a great wedding story.
Okay,
wait,
I
have to
hope
set-
you're not watching this, Grandma.
I have to set
I'm
the
sure
scene.
You're not.
So maybe I'll put some pictures, but we had a small indoor wedding. It was in LA, but it was like,
Called Carondelet House.
yeah, it was like an Italian villa style. It was like brick walls, and we did it after sunset, so it was dark. And
Yeah.
it was like moody and candlelit, and there were
Yeah.
candles going all the way down the aisle.
Yeah.
It was really beautiful, but
It was. But my grandmother was wearing, it was a shawl she had wrapped around, I think it was mink or something like,
Yeah.
it was fur,
Some
you know.
fancy
But it was
shawl.
it wasn't like thick fur, it was like a light fur shawl. She went into her seat and I guess dragged her fur shawl through one of the candles and didn't notice and went to sit down, and my cousin behind her, one of my cousins saw it and just was like, ah, you're on fire, and just started patting out the shawl.
Like stomped on it.
And
you know?
in
Put it out.
absolutely in her fashion, she turned and went, oh, and just flipped her shawl and sat back down. Didn't even bat an eye.
This
Just
was like 5
she's
minutes before the ceremony.
a classy lady. She's a classy lady.
This was like 5 minutes before the ceremony. I was like, "What's that smell?" And then
smells like burnt raccoon.
And they told me later that she caught on fire.
Yeah, just a little bit of fire.
Is it possible to work and feel balanced and at peace? How to find the job that we enjoy?
If you don't enjoy it, stop doing it. For starters.
Well, I think with every job there will be things that you don't enjoy, though.
But if you just hate everything about it and you have like that feeling in your gut
Yeah, like
that you hate it, then leave.
Just move on.
And if you look around and the people that you're surrounded by, you're like,
Yeah.
I don't
If you don't want to be
like you people,
if you don't want to be like the older people,
or you don't want to be near them. There's people that we don't jive with.
Well, I was gonna say something different.
Oh yeah, you
I
say
was-
that.
I was gonna say that.
You go.
If
You
you-
say your thing.
Okay.
Say what you're gonna say.
I was gonna say.
Whatever you want.
Stop.
Ooh, look at that boat.
I was gonna say that if you
They're
look
having
at.
fun. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say that if you look at the older people who you're working with, and if you don't want to be like them, then it's probably not the right place for you.
That. Good. Well said, Jillz.
Thanks.
Get out of there.
Get out right now. It's the end of you and me. Can men and women be platonic friends?
Nope.
Do you and Cole allow each other to meet with friends of different sex?
Well, yeah, but like, no.
Yeah, I agree.
I mean, like, our friends of the other gender are married and in relation. Like, it would.
Our friends are like one big group.
Yes.
And so like I am very close with some guys, but it's because they're all the same group. And
Yeah.
he's close with the girls because it's like their wives.
Yeah.
So we're all friends.
They're like sisters at this point.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel
like brothers and sisters kind of.
Yeah.
But like if it was just some
They're family.
random dude, like no,
No.
he'd be like, what? And I would be like,
Why?
what? Yeah. No, I think that it gets tricky. I definitely have guy friends, but the differentiating factor is that they're all closer with Cole than they are with me. And I think that's like the big thing.
Flapjacks.
Anyways, I hope that was enjoyable / entertaining for you. Thank you for participating. 10 out of 10.
Well, let YouTube decide that.
What-
This might be terrible
Okay.
by the time it's all said
Give
and
him
done.
a rating out of 10.
Yeah.
You
Well,
can
well, hold on now.
you can use decimal points, so if you want to do like 9.2, you can.
I mean, well, hold on now, because if your rating's below a 9, then don't even. Get out of here. But you know what?
Until next time. just got back from the pool. I haven't showered yet or anything, and we didn't want to eat lunch at the pool, so we're gonna either just go downstairs to the restaurant or go somewhere else. But I just changed into this L Space dress. Let me show you guys. So we're gonna go downstairs or something, just grab like a quick lunch, more like a little snack. We haven't really been eating like lunches that much here. We usually tend to eat like big breakfasts and then just like kind of snack throughout the day and then eat a big dinner. So tonight we're going to dinner at the Four Seasons, the restaurant they have there. We actually went there last night for dessert because the restaurant we were at, which was amazing, they didn't have any dessert that we wanted, so we decided to venture out and find something that we wanted. We kind of ventured into the Four Seasons, and it is so cute there. Like, it is definitely the best hotel in the entire area. It is super luxurious. Everyone there was like dressed to the nines. They all looked amazing. Everyone was wearing like very classy outfits. But we actually already had a reservation and booked there for dinner tonight. So we loved it so much. So we're just gonna go back for like the full meal, full dinner. The dessert was amazing. So excited to get that again. They had like the best tiramisu ever. So after we go out and get a little snack, I'm going to come back and shower, take a little break, maybe take like a little 20-minute nap, and then basically get ready for dinner. I'm really hoping that I don't have to wash my hair before dinner, but we'll see. I do want to wear it down tonight because I'm wearing like that really pretty floral dress from Master the Label. I think it's gonna look so nice and really fits the vibe of the restaurant. So I think it'll look good if my hair is down and like a little wavy. But besides that, we are having a really good time here. Today it's been like amazingly sunny, just beautiful weather. The food all of yesterday was like amazing, and I just spent a lot of good quality time with Cole, and he actually really enjoyed answering all of those questions. So like I said, he's more of the talker, so he likes that kind of stuff. He's actually like loved me vlogging the entire time. But yeah, it's been really great, and this was definitely something that I needed. Like I said before, I have been feeling very burnt out and just tired lately, and honestly I don't really know what it is, especially because like I just finished my ovulatory phase. Now I'm transitioning to my luteal phase, but even in my ovulatory phase, where I normally have tons of energy, sometimes I have so much energy that I literally feel like I'm on drugs. This time I was so tired. Like, I didn't feel like my normal self in the ovulatory phase, which is usually like very lively, very energized, very creative. I just wasn't feeling that. So I'm not sure if it's just been like a stressful time, or honestly, I think it could just be like the eclipse energy we have going on. We all tend to be affected by that sometimes. So I think it was kind of a mix, but I'm just so glad that I'm here, and I'm already feeling like so much better. I feel ready to go back home already and like get back into life. Like, I'm excited to go back home, and that's a good feeling. Not because like I don't like it here, but because I just feel good. Okay, so I'm just finishing getting ready. I just did my makeup and my hair, just putting on some jewelry, and then I'm gonna put on my pretty dress. Simple jewelry. Again, I didn't bring that much jewelry, honestly. I wish I bought bracelets. I didn't bring any, but I'm just wearing these little simple earrings again from Gorjana. And then I just have on my rings, and that's it. Wedding ring, and then this was my grandma's wedding ring. But it fits perfectly, and I think it's so beautiful. So I really like wearing it, but I am so hungry, so we actually didn't even end up getting lunch. We just ate some Go Macro bars, sat on the balcony, and we went for another long walk in the sun, and it was really nice. But I am ready for dinner. So like I said before, we're going to the Four Seasons for dinner. So we went there for dessert last night, and I know I mentioned that like everyone looked really nice. Everyone was just, I would say 80% of the people were dressed very classy and just looked very polished, and I just really like being in an environment like that. I always say that I always like to be the person that's like at the bottom of the barrel. You know that saying where it's like you should be the dumbest one in the room? Basically, I apply that to life, where like I always want to be around people who help me grow to where I want to get to. And like I eventually would love to be able to stay for just like a week at the Four Seasons. It's a little bit too expensive for me right now, but it's just like a whole different vibe there. Cole and I both really liked it. And And I just want to constantly put myself in situations where I have room to grow. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that hard to do. And I think like a lot of times, for example, someone might say that they can't afford the Four Seasons, and a lot of people can't, but you can still show up and, you know, grab a drink at the bar and just be in the vibe, you know, or you can grab some tea at the bar or like a little appetizer. We sat at the bar last night and it was so cute. It was really beautiful. I just really enjoyed it. And I think that it's easier than you think to be around people who you want to be like. Not that I know any of those people, right? I don't know their character, but I do know that most of them are wealthy and have nice things, and that's what I want. That's what I have been striving for. Not that that is the only thing that is important, definitely not, but I would be lying if I said that that wasn't important to me. So anyways, I'm gonna put on my pretty dress. I have been feeling very bloated lately, so I'm glad this is just like a flowy dress. Even before we came to Miami, I've been feeling bloated, which is very abnormal for me. I might get bloated from like eating a bad meal here and there, but not just like chronically bloated. And for the past like 5 days, I've just been bloated, like just retaining so much water, and I have no idea why. Again, it could be the eclipse energy. That stuff can mess with you. I'm not in the phase of my cycle where I'm not like about to get my period, so that it's not like a PMS symptom. I don't really know, and I think it's important when things like this come up, like things with the body, things that are uncomfortable, maybe you start getting a few zits or you're bloated, to not just like completely stress about it and dive into like, oh my God, what's the problem? Like, what do I need to fix? Sometimes it's just like a one-off thing that happens and it's really not a big deal. And sometimes we just have to not give it too much attention. I know for me and for like a lot of people, if you've ever had health problems in the past, sometimes when things come up, we're more inclined to be like, oh my goodness, what is that? What's wrong? I need to fix it. But sometimes little things just happen, and sometimes they're not a big deal, and it's sometimes just the body working things out on its own. So I'm not going to stress about it or anything or give it too much attention. I think honestly, when I get back to life next week, I think it'll just go away, and if it doesn't, then I will deal with it then. So let me put on my dress. Dun 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 dun. I love the pattern on this dress. I think it's so pretty. So let me put this on. Okay, dress is on. So you can't see it right here. So hold on. You walk over to the living room here. First of all, look at this color. It is so beautiful. I love it. It's just so beautiful. I love the back. I'm so excited to finally wear this. I don't know about you guys, but I don't buy dresses to wear to specific events. I create events to wear dresses. And like I said, everyone was very dressed up at this restaurant, so I'm so excited. Just feeling very happy right now. Woo! I'm gonna make Cole take some Instagram pictures for me.
You look so good. Bread and goodies. Time to pack. Pack it. Boom, packed.
Okay, so it is Sunday and we are wrapping up here. I woke up to several mosquito bites, which is always good. I have one on my neck here. I have one down here.
They're huge.
I have one here. I have two here.
She doesn't do well with mosquitoes.
I don't even know how I got them because we ate dinner inside. So I don't know how I got them, but they appeared. They always find me somehow. I'm excited to get home though. I'm excited to see the pupperinos.
Get back to work.
We are excited to get back into it. This was a really good trip. Would you say it was a good trip?
It was a good trip.
Yeah, no, I think it was good for us. I feel like we feel very restored
I'm ready.
We feel ready to get back to real life, so I think it was
Ready.
good for us. So now we have a late checkout because our flight isn't until 4, so we just kind of slept in, had breakfast in the hotel room, and now we're just kind of packing, and we're gonna head to the airport early, and then just kind of hang out there and work until
Find a lounge.
find a lounge and work there until our flight takes off. So that's it. I'm ready to roll. Hi guys! Hi guys! Oh hi Bubba! Hi Bruce! Hi guys! I miss you so much.
It's okay. It's okay.